welcome to everybody. Thank you so much for coming to support Brewable. I think you'll find that this documentary that we decided to put together will really give you a taste of what Brewable is like. It's not like anything you've ever been, or I've ever been associated with, and I think a lot of folks will echo my thoughts on that. My experience with Brewable actually began out of my own personal experience, in that I have a son who is on the autism spectrum, and once he graduated from high school and tried to get a job, although he is perfectly capable of doing many things, he struggled to find a place where people were willing to take the time to find out how to communicate with him what they wanted him to do. And so he lost jobs quickly and didn't really understand why, and quite frankly, he would have been great at the jobs if someone had taken the time to really help him. And I saw how it really affected him. He called himself a loser, and he sat in the basement and said he'll never do anything because he was a loser. And right there I was like, okay, we got to do something about this. This is not okay. There's a person here who could do so many things and is not being recognized for that. So at that time, miraculously, there was some movement here in the city of Alpharetta to begin Brewable, and I happened to reach out and introduce myself to those who were on that committee. And from there, I've been the board president since the beginning of the organization.
I always wanted to work in the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And I love everybody who works here. Everybody's sweet and they got patience with us.
We know that you wanted to work at Brewable when you were 16. Do you remember coming and meeting Izzy when you turned 18 to bring your resume, and what were you wearing? Can you tell us about that?
I was wearing khaki pants, fancy shirt, belt, and I wear white socks.
Yeah. And you brought your resume to Isabel?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened? You had an interview and
then I got a job.
I love being at Brewable. It's such a fun job. I like to make new drinks and make cake pops.
yeah. You come up with a lot of new recipes and do a lot of research. How do you do all that, and who tests them? And tell us a little bit more.
I test them, and everybody in the community center tests them too. I don't really know how I come up with them.
Yeah.
Just sometimes I just think of an idea.
I actually did shave yesterday to prepare for all this and everything.
Did you cut yourself?
A little bit, but as long as you don't look closely under my nose, you won't notice.
I would never. What does this place mean to you?
Brewable is a pretty unique place to me in how I never really thought there'd be a job program that would pay me like this, in terms of how it would give me a certain set of skills to prepare for other jobs down the road. But I like how it also helps not only me, but others like me who may struggle a bit more as well. And they not only feel like they can have great social interactions and such, but also, well, just learning such things in a job like how to work an espresso machine, how to work a register, or basically how to just say hi to a common customer and strike up a normal conversation when they might not usually do that anywhere else.
Believe in your heart of hearts, and I know the answer to this question, but I want you to answer it. Do you believe in the heart of in your own heart of hearts? Do you believe that Brewable has made you a better person, and if so, how?
I think it has made me more of a better person because, you see, I really only had really limited experience in a work field before this. The only other thing I can imagine I did was volunteer work. I was a paid internship program at a Goodwill that learned how to career me, but that was only for 3 weeks. And I only once volunteered at a senior center just twice. I don't know if that was pandemic related or not, why I quit. But anyway, so other than that, it was really limited. But after coming to Brewable and having the missteps and the cues that I needed to learn from, and all the experience that was the knowledge that accumulated into my head after I learned it, to okay, I know how to do this now, so I can be better for it next time. I got better next time, and I learned how to handle myself in a job, how to handle an employee-employer relationship, so that I know what my boss needs to say to me and why I need to do it. That is so important because getting to understand your boss's mentality of like why they want you to do this, and because they do want you to do this, but they also believe in you to do this. And if you can establish and repay their belief in you, then you're going to feel very validated about yourself, and your confidence skills are going to grow tremendously. That's one reason Brewable has been better to me, because it's made me understand how to work a job better and be a better employee. Almost every single time I come to Brewable, I'm like, well, I may be waking up early in the morning and I may just be a bit groggy, but hey, as long as I learn how to be a better employee for the next job I do, which may be part-time or full-time, more hours or whatever types of hours I work, day or night for that company, I'm gonna be like, Brewable helped me because it helped me learn to be an employee first and foremost.
What does working at Brewable mean to you?
Working at Brewable means I am so polite to customers and friendly.
Yes, you are. Are you always happy?
Yes, ma'am.
And you like working with people and getting to know people when they come in and helping them?
I like getting to know people and help people when they come in.
Yeah.
Back in 2019, I heard about Brewable, and I knew it was the perfect place for me. I love what I do. Being with all my coworkers, Brewable is like a second home to me. I'm always there on my days off. I love my bosses at Brewable. We have some fun times here. We jam out to music, play Uno, and just have fun making drinks for our customers. I would like to thank my awesome boss, Isabel Rudd, for hiring me. She is a great manager and a good friend. She always has a smile on her face. I also love my assistant managers, Tori and Deneen. They're awesome to be around. I love being part of Brewable.
Then I know Brewable goes and does events in the community, and I know you get to do that a lot.
I love going out to do pop-ups.
So tell us about how all that works, because I've only ever been to one with you. How do the pop-ups and those events work when you go?
Well, first of all, we have to wake up early, get all the coffee brewing, and then take it over to the event, serve it, and just have a grand old time out there.
What's your favorite drink to make at Brewable?
Hot chocolate.
Yes, I love hot chocolate. So, Colin, what does working at Brewable mean to you?
It means that I have energy to do something nice to people.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I am.
Awesome. I also know that you love the spelling bee.
The national one.
Okay, can you tell me who won in 1997?
Well, back then, the National Spelling Bee was celebrating its 70th anniversary, and the winner was a girl from New York City, Rebecca Sealfon, and the winning word was UNM.
So if you weren't at Brewable, what would you be doing today?
Oh, I don't know.
Getting into mischief, maybe?
Yeah, that's what my boss called me sometimes, trouble. Let's see, what year are we at? I've been here since 2020. COVID was the last job I had. Yeah, and I like doing the register too, counting the money in the register.
Okay.
10 years ago, City Council, did you ever think something like Brewable would come about, a place where people get not only a job and get a very nice wage, Mr. Mayor, but also interact socially with other adults? It's a very unique program.
I never could have imagined it. You know, as an elected official, there's certain things we can do well, but creativity and innovation to solve an issue like the needs of this community and the special needs population isn't something that we would have ever dreamed of until people in the private sector and donors decided that it was worthwhile to create a program like what Brewable does. And so we were willing partners and we were glad to participate and help facilitate that, but it's nothing that we could have ever dreamed of.
And right now, these adults and these young adults want to work. They want to work. There's 150 applications just here at the Alpharetta Community Center alone from these individuals, these adults and young adults, Mr. Mayor, who are raising their hands saying, I want to work, I want to work.
Absolutely.
The challenge right now is there's only so many slots for baristas here in Alpharetta. We have to expand, we have to grow, we have to build more locations, and in order for that to happen, there has to be an influx of donor money.
Absolutely. And the really strange thing about it is all of this began before COVID. And recently, in the past few years, there's not a business in Alpharetta that doesn't need more employees, more skilled employees that are willing to work and can work. And so Brewable came along at a great time because there's about an 80% unemployment rate in the special needs community. And the only thing that's holding people back now is the training to get them into the workforce.
I said they brew coffee, but they brew confidence.
Yeah.
They brew confidence here at Brewable for these baristas.
Absolutely.
Who just want to fit in, who want to have a conversation with another adult, who want to feel welcome and included. Inclusivity is something that Brewable is all about.
Absolutely. It's a need that's beyond just the organization of Brewable. It's something that every community needs. And this is an opportunity for all of us to kind of wrap our arms around something in an organization that's doing tremendous work for everyone. I became aware a number of years ago, 8-10 years ago, that Alpharetta is truly a blessed community. When you look around us, around the state of Georgia and around the world, not many cities have the opportunities that we enjoy in this community. But one of the obvious gaps has been the lack of support and just programs and opportunities for our special needs community, because that's a major portion of our population that's impacted. It's not just the students and the trainees here, but it's their families. It's all of the other organizations that they impact. And so I think this is one area where all of us understand we can make a difference if we just help. If we donate, if we contribute, if we raise awareness of what's going on, if we come by and get us a cup of coffee every once in a while.
An Arnold Palmer or a cake popper.
Brewable is very important to me. I'm a former special ed teacher. I taught in high school, and looking at the opportunities for kids after high school, it was depressing. And I saw what it did with parents. It was hard for them. You want what's best for your kids, and it just wasn't always there. So to see the parents in this community come together and say, look, this is something our kids need. You know, they want to work, they need to work, they can work, they are able to do this. And for them to take it to the community leaders, and for them the leaders to listen and agree, and to come together and to create something as great as Brewable, it's huge. It's wonderful to see because this doesn't happen everywhere. And we have the resources. These people had the desire to make it happen, and when they opened, I was just thrilled.
For Albert, he's very social. He just blossoms when he's around other people, so Brewable gives him an opportunity to do that, not only just with his coworkers, but with the community. You know, I had a friend who told me, at Brewable, you don't get just a cup of coffee, you get so much more. And I think for Albert, the customers, I hope they realize that it's the same for them. They're not just giving you a cup of coffee, they're giving you a part of themselves, an opportunity to show what they can do, what they can accomplish. And you know, that gives them a purpose, a sense of responsibility. So yes, it's more than just a cup of coffee that they're making for you.
I think what I see Albert gets the most out of Brewable is that he's a part of an organization and a team, and there he gets to contribute and learn skills, and I really think that's helped him develop as a person.
Thank you, and you're welcome.
Is that okay? Is that can we bring on?
I bring my own water bottle here every day, and my dad brings his own cup for a decaf, so why not?
This is right. How many pumps do you think I get for my cup? Can I have 6 pumps?
Well, if you wanted to pump, that would be for the coffee, but for this, it would have to pour a lot.
We're gonna have to have a whole new too, right?
Yeah, we'd have a whole new measuring
Do we
stick for
have
that.
one? Do we have one?
No, I don't think so.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Maybe you can go up with management and say, hey, we need a new 24-ounce thing instead of a 16-ounce.
So everybody doesn't bring their own cups?
Not everybody brings their own cups, but it's very rare. But when we do, we make sure we're prepared.
But it seems that we're not for my big cup.
All right. You want me to pour it in there, big man? All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Watch out for the ice. And here comes the lemonade.
Oh, yum. Yum.
Want a little bit more?
But yeah, like whole nother cup.
Well, we got a little bit of this, and then after that,
You have to pivot. We learned that word during the pandemic. You have to pivot.
Don't worry, we always make sure to stock
Customer
up on
service
extra.
at its finest.
We always make sure to
There
stock
it
up on
is.
extra.
There it is. Can I have some more sugar?
Oh, you want sugar?
Yeah, some more pumps.
Oh.
Can I try
Oh.
this?
For a second, I thought
Can
you
I
meant-
just
I
take
thought
that
you
with
meant-
me, you think? Can I just go over here to the table and just like...
Well, we got an extra, so if you want to take it, man.
I'll take that one too. I'll take that one. What about, what is lavender?
Lavender?
I'll take that one too. I think I want a pump of lavender.
I don't think you want to do that with strawberry.
No?
already.
Okay, how about white chocolate? You didn't tell me you had white chocolate, Daniel. I'll take the white chocolate.
We have sugar-free white chocolate.
No.
if you want.
White chocolate, full boat.
Sorry, we only have sugar-free white chocolate.
Okay, I'll take the sugar-free then, I guess. I'll adjust. And then if you don't mind, my hands are full. If you would carry with you over, grab the brown sugar cinnamon. And let's go make some lemonade. There you go.
All right, let's see what combo drink we can make out of this.